Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a look outside our weather window. And after just a month of fall, yeah, it's looking more like winter. Leavenworth is down there somewhere as we take a look at our Sky-Fi tower camera up in the upper valley. Also Lake Wenatchee receiving snow, and that started this afternoon, and it's going to last, folks, overnight tonight and into tomorrow. And those areas in orange and red, that's where we will see the heaviest snowfall. Some places even 18 to 24 inches of snow by the time we get into Friday morning, and I think we could see some here in the Wenatchee Valley. Skipper snow on the ground, and then get ready for cold as we get into Sunday and through the middle part of next week. We're going to see highs only around 30 with lows in the teens, and we'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Snowy conditions yesterday morning in Waterville led to 2 collisions west of town involving 3 vehicles each. Fire crews are still finding hot spots at the site of the October 23rd fire that destroyed the Wilbur Ellis fertilizer plant outside Moses Lake. And a Wenatchee woman accused of ramming an undercover police vehicle last month has pleaded guilty to charges of DUI and fleeing from a traffic stop. But first, our top story tonight, a Sunday fire at a mobile home park in Moses Lake that killed a woman in her 70s was started when the victim was smoking while using oxygen, and then the oxygen ignited. The Grant County Fire Marshal's office said today that the oxygen fire ignited the woman, the room, and the contents of the room. The fire was reported about 8 a.m. in the 4800 block of Airway Drive Northeast. By the time firefighters arrived, the manufactured home was fully engulfed. Another woman in the home was able to escape. Well, snowy conditions yesterday morning in Waterville led to 2 collisions west of town involving 3 vehicles each. There were no injuries in those accidents. Trooper Jeremy Weber of the Washington State Patrol said it started just after 10 a.m. with a semi struggling to make it up a snow-covered hill on Highway 2 heading west out of Waterville. He said as the semi was trying to back its way down eastbound, vehicles stopped and other eastbound vehicles slid in the snow and ran into the back of them. Weber said there was up to 4 inches of snow in some areas of the Waterville Plateau. Well, fire crews are still finding hot spots at the site of the October 23rd fire that destroyed the Wilbur Ellis fertilizer plant outside Moses Lake. Health officials are continuing to warn people to avoid that area. Grant County Fire District 5 crews brought a second excavator to the site yesterday to help move materials, vent, heat, and extinguish any flare-ups. The cause of the fire, about 3 miles southeast of Moses Lake, remains under investigation. The air quality near the plant continues to be monitored for noxious fumes, including sulfur dioxide, which was detected last week. The Grant County Health District said disruption of debris as crews excavate has the potential to release more sulfur dioxide and other gases into the air. A Wenatchee woman accused of ramming an undercover police vehicle last month has now pleaded guilty to charges of DUI and fleeing from a traffic stop. 28-year-old Danielle Renee Reyes is now serving 25 months of incarceration after her sentencing yesterday in Chelan County Court. She still faces charges of fleeing police, malicious mischief, and second-degree assault in Douglas County for allegedly reversing her vehicle into an unmarked car driven by a Columbia River Drug Task Force detective. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, whose office heads up the task force, told county commissioners this week the group must spend $35,000 to replace that vehicle.
And she did some evasive maneuvers and then ended up at a high speed back down a hill, and that's when it caused the collision and totaled the vehicle. So, and because of the cost increase, escalating cost increase for vehicles, especially used vehicles, the task force executive board moved our minimum purchase value up to $35,000.
Well, when we come back, the new Lake Chelan Health Facility was due to open Monday, but now managers say they've had to push that opening date back 1 month. We'll tell you why. The North Cascade Highway between the Methow Valley and Skagit County will close tonight due to avalanche danger. The North Central Washington Fair, which has passed out its fair share of ribbons over the years, won a pair of blue first place ribbons itself recently. And the indoor playground at Wenatchee City Hall will return coming up on November 12th. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
A judge should treat everyone with respect, dignity, and humanity. A judge should hear people out, ensuring that everyone gets their fair day in court. A judge should approach each case individually and decide what is just under the law. There is a time for punishment, but also a time for compassion. This is the kind of judge I will be. This fall, vote John Volan for Chelan County District Court Judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect John Volan for District Court Judge.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Welcome back. And in other news, the new Lake Chelan Health Facility was due to open for business on Monday. Now managers say they've had to push that opening day back 1 month, citing delays in health and safety inspections. All staff will now move on December 5th from the former Lake Chelan Hospital on Highland Avenue to the new hospital at 110 South Apple Blossom Drive. Administrators say the delay will help address any deficiencies found by the inspections and allow the smoothest transition between hospitals. The new location should open for business on its target date at 6 a.m. The North Cascade Highway between the Methow Valley and Skagit County will close tonight due to avalanche danger. The Washington Department of Transportation says the closure is temporary, but no reopening date is yet known. The highway was to be blocked off between milepost 134 and 171 starting at 6 p.m. today. The DOT says inclement weather predictions will keep the pass closed at least through the weekend, after which crews will reassess the road conditions. The pass typically closes each November as gathering snowfall makes the highway impassable. The North Central Washington Fair, which has passed out its fair share of ribbons over the years, won a pair of blue first place ribbons itself recently. At its annual convention in the Tri-Cities in October, the Washington State Fair Association honored the Waterville Fair for its website and 2022 fair poster. Fair organizers said they're especially proud of the first place website award after all the work they've put into making NCWFair.org a one-stop source for information on the fair. Well, a reminder as we head to break that the indoor playground at Wenatchee City Hall will return November 12th. It will be the second year the city of Wenatchee has offered space on the second floor of City Hall as a play place for kids ages 4 and under. The city says the drop-in program is designed for toddlers and caregivers to have a warm place to play during winter. The cost ranges from $2 to $2.15 per child. The indoor playground is available from 9 a.m. to noon, Monday through Thursday until March 16th. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Hi folks, I'd like to speak directly to Chelan County voters. You have an extremely important decision to make in the upcoming election. Who is going to be your next Chelan County Commissioner? I'm endorsing Ann Hesberg for the job. I urge you to vote for her. I've known Ann for close to 20 years. She has the relevant work experience, coupled with the intellect, integrity, communication skills, and most importantly, the commitment to serve all of us equally and effectively without regard to party affiliation.
Paid for by the committee to elect Ann Hesberg.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
I'm Dr. Kim Schreier, and I approve this message.
This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She says the massacre at Sandy Hook was staged. She claims there's no evidence terrorists hit the Pentagon on 9/11. She's even called for members of Congress to be executed. And this is Matt Larkin. He says he, quote, aligns with Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's why Matt Larkin is dangerous, because the last thing we need is another Marjorie Taylor Greene in Congress.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, Governor Jay Inslee says new policies are in the works to address homelessness across the state. The governor offered a preview on Wednesday of proposals heading to the legislature next year to rapidly create housing for those living without shelter. There are an estimated 20,000 homeless in Washington, with about half living in King County. Wenatchee Valley authorities say as of last winter, 409 people were living without shelter in Chelan and Douglas counties.
This is answering to what Washingtonians want, and we all kind of want two things. We want our housing program to be rapid, and we want it to be real. And this is rapid. We are moving the ball, getting people off of our right-of-ways in weeks, not decades. And second, it's real. It's not just playing whack-a-mole with homelessness encampments. It's not just chasing people from the Dearborn encampment to Lincoln Park. It's getting them in all kinds of housing, including transitional housing, so that it is a real solution, not just a bumper sticker. And that's what we're doing, and that's why it's working. It's rapid, it's real. The second thing is I want to just share what I think there's a significant reason this is succeeding. It is we are rejecting the there's only one solution to homelessness ideology. There's no one answer to this. We need to do it all. People have said, well, we just need more law enforcement. It's true, and we're getting more law enforcement. We've increased our training so we can have more officers on the beat. It's true that we need to get guns out of the hands of certain people so we can have more cops and fewer guns fundamentally. It's true that we need mental health support for people. That's why we're increasing our mental health support and reforming our mental health system so it can be closer to people where they live. It's true we need additional chemical problem treatment for people, and that's why we intend to make that more approachable. It's true we need more middle housing, and it's true we need transitional housing on short term. The point is we need all of these things, and we are doing all of these things. And we've gotten over this ideological battle and become solution-oriented rather than having a debating society. And I look forward to continuing that effort.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And Winter is here. As you can see, this is a shot from Waterville, and this is this afternoon. Waterville, we mentioned it earlier in the newscast, picked up to as much as 4 inches of snow yesterday, and yeah, already white today, and more is on the way. Today, 40 degrees, our unofficial high temperature, I should say. Our normal is 50, so we were cool today out there. 70 is our record. That was set back in 1975. We started off on the chilly side. That's one of the coolest overnight lows we've had in quite a while at 27. 34 is normal, and 19 our record low. That was set in 2002. Sunrise now 7:48, and it sets at 5:40. Taking a look at temperatures for your Friday. We're going to see a little bit of a warm up as we get into the end of the week, but it is going to be windy and wet out there tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-50s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, 53 for Wenatchee, 53 also down in Ellensburg, and then a little bit cooler up in the higher elevations. Leavenworth at 51, and Lake Wenatchee high temperature tomorrow, 47 degrees. Tonight, cloudy skies. Here's that dip in our ridge of high pressure. That's a trough moving through. Behind that, lots of clouds and lots of precipitation. That is going to continue maybe even all night long into Friday morning, because this is Friday morning. This is heavy rain and possible snow in the mountains. And as we make our way into Friday evening, it even intensifies. We could be seeing downpours of rain tomorrow, and I wouldn't doubt that we do see that tomorrow. Temperatures in the low 50s once again for your highs. For Saturday, cloudy skied, maybe just an isolated shower, but look at the wind. We are going to see that for Saturday. And don't forget, before you go to bed on Saturday night, turn those clocks back an hour. Temperatures mid-40s by Sunday. Here is our next big storm system. It's going to be just off the coast of Washington. Snow is likely. It is really going to cool down as well, with high temperatures only in the mid-30s for highs. And look at that blue creeping down from Canada. We're going to continue that into Monday too. Cloudy skies, a 40% chance of scattered snow. It's going to be cold too once again as we kick off our next work week, with highs only in the mid-30s, and even cooler than that as we get you into Tuesday. Our area of low pressure slides south, and that will drag even more Arctic air our direction. Could be a little bit breezy on Tuesday too. High temperatures only in the low 30s, with lows in the upper teens on Tuesday, and not much relief as we get into Wednesday. We will dry out somewhat, partly cloudy skies at the end of our forecast, but we're going to continue with that unseasonably cold temperatures. Highs again on Wednesday, barely over 30 degrees. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 36 overnight tonight, so much warmer tonight. Get ready for rain, and rain mixed with snow throughout the overnight. We're going to see it throughout the day on Friday with a high of 53, and then the cool down begins. Kind of a break in the weather Saturday at 46, and then the bottom falls right out of our temperatures. 37 with rain and snow likely on Sunday. Expect snow on the ground as you get up and make your way to work on Monday, and 35. Some breezy conditions Tuesday. Also cold temperatures, 32 for the high, 18 for the low, and we're going to continue with that chilly weather on Wednesday. 32 once again the high, with 17 degrees the overnight low. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa, or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today. Mary Maids of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Maids provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Maids can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday perfect home. Mary Maids of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Maids today.
The NCW Life channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life channel today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Thursday. History was made last night in Game 4 of the World Series as 4 Houston pitchers combined to no-hit the Phillies in Philadelphia.
2-2. Got a chase and one gone in the ninth. Fly ball to right. On comes Tucker. He's there. Wow, he caught it about a foot off of the ground. 2 gone in the ninth inning. Real Muto. Bouncing ball to third. Picked by Bregman. Throw across in time. The Astros have a World Series no-hitter.
Yeah, not since Don Larson's perfect game in the 1956 World Series had any team no-hit another in the Fall Classic until last night. Christian Javier, Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley accomplished the feat. That's just one night after the Phillies teed off on the Astros for 5 home runs. Game 5 tonight, it's underway on Fox, and we know there will be Game 6 now back in Houston on Saturday. Game 7, if necessary, would be on Sunday. Well, the final week for many high school football teams across the state starts tonight. The Wenatchee Panthers are one of those teams as they'll be in Spokane to face the University. Coach Scott Devereaux says preparing for the Titans has been quite a challenge this week.
Well, we have 2 really bad grainy films on them. It's looks like it's shot from the moon, basically, but they run the ball really well. They have one of the best backs in the league, at least yardage-wise. Some unorthodox formations with, a tight end next to a guard and then everybody else on the other side of the ball. So very, very unbalanced, and they run it. They run it pretty good, and defensively they get after it a little bit. They've given up probably more points than they'd like. I think that's kind of been their Achilles heel a little bit. They struggle throwing the ball a little bit. But, they'll be a good team. They've won 4 games in that league, and we definitely can't overlook them.
Now, as a result of those odd fronts University will present offensively, Devereaux says they'll move around their best player on defense to try to create some havoc.
Got to adjust your front a little bit, in the secondary a little bit. We're gonna play with an extra lineman. We're going to move Evan Burdan out wide to their strong side. He's a tough dude to block, so they double team a lot. It's a lot of pin and pull, and we think, moving our guys around a little bit, that'll give us some benefit there.
Forecast for tonight in Spokane: rain, wind, cold temperatures in the upper 30s. Devereaux says he doesn't think that matters because both teams have to play in it.
Yeah, we haven't had any bad weather this year. Besides smoke, we haven't faced a rainy game or a super cold game. This could be a little bit of everything, and just go out and compete. Tell them to dress, you bring your sleeves, and if you need them, you wear them. We're going to bring the capes for the sideline in case it gets nasty, but yeah, everyone's got to play in it. So, I don't worry too much about the weather. Where I grew up, it rained all the time, and we used to think it was a benefit to us when it was pouring down rain and blowing 40. So, bring it.
One of 14 seniors playing his final game as a Panther is linebacker Charlie Jorgensen. He says tonight's game will be emotional.
Definitely for all the seniors, it's our last game. A lot of us have played 12, 11 years, Pop Warner, NCW days. And it's been a game that I've loved to play for my entire childhood. So, yeah, it's going to be really hard to play my last one. I'm going to be proud of everyone that I've played with. I love every single one of them over there. I have individual members with all of them. I have group members with all of them. And each of them have impacted me in their own way, and I love all of them.
Wenatchee and UHI kick off 6 o'clock. By the way, this is the Panthers' 1,000th game in school history. Also tonight, Eisenhower plays at Walla Walla at 6 o'clock. We'll have a preview of Richland and Eastmont tomorrow here on the NCW Life channel. Of course, we'll have that game broadcast here, starting with our pregame at 6:30. Be sure to join Grant and me for all the action. The winner of the Bombers and Wildcats advanced to the state 4A tournament. There's one game on tap of the Bees tonight. Tonasket hosting Davenport at 6. There'll be 5 games tomorrow and 2 on Saturday. CTL and Northeast crossover games are tomorrow with Omak and Cashmere playing at home with Quincy, Chelan, and Cascade all on the road. Okanagan is the District 6 1B, 2B soccer champion. The Bulldogs blanked Tonasket in the title game last night 4-0. Brewster took third by downing Liberty Bell 1-0 on with the lone goal coming in the 67th minute. District 6 4A tournament gets underway tonight. Eastmont's hosting Ike in a loser-out game at 6. Wenatchee's on the road to West Valley for the championship game at 6. The two teams met twice this season, both the Rams topping the Panthers 2-1 in overtime at the Apple Bowl and 3-2 down in Yakima. District volleyball continues for the B schools in Omak and Wenatchee tonight. Brewster faces Okanagan at the Omak High School in the District 6 2B tournament semifinal. Other semi features Manson and Lake Roosevelt coming up at 7. Wilson Creek faces Waterville Mansfield in the auxiliary gym at Wenatchee High School for third place in the District 6 1B tournament. That's at 7 o'clock. At the same time, in the main gym, Entiat and Moses Lake Christian play for the district championship. Seattle Kraken try to make it 3 straight wins tonight in St. Paul, Minnesota. XL Energy Center, the site for the NHL action between the Kraken and Wild. That game is underway right now on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee Wild back on the ice tomorrow night at the Town Toyota Center against the Merritt Centennials. There will be a video tribute to the late, great Arch Ecker after the game tomorrow night. Tune in tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll meet the new media relations and broadcast manager, Austin Drade, on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Be sure and tune in for that. Well, finally, here's the best thing you'll see all week. In last Friday's freshman football game between Wenatchee and West Valley, a special moment was reserved at the end of the game for a very special player for the Rams. Wenatchee varsity coach Scott Devereaux describes what happened.
It was late in the game, but yeah, they had a special needs kid, and the coaches decided, they'd let the kid run the ball and score, and happened to be a 90-yard touchdown, and it was cool, very cool. It's the stuff that you hope you see in high school sports.
Gilbert, 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 run, Gilbert, run! Run!
Definitely the best thing you'll see all week and maybe all year. Thanks to the West Valley staff for sending us a copy of that video. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Best thing all week. You're right about that, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. We'll get your weekend going for a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be live and local right here from Studio 4. We'll have the latest forecast that Grant just gave you. If anything changes, we'll have the latest for you. On Friday morning, we'll preview the big Eastmont-Richland game. The winner goes to state. A game we'll be broadcasting, of course, in the elements tomorrow night. And everything else you need to get your weekend going. Your cold, crazy, weather-wise weekend starts with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Dan, thank you very much. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com, or you can give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us, and have a great night.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?